Yo, what's up, everybody? Hitman BK here, and we are back with another video for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. If anyone was watching last night, the Game Awards, they dropped a really cool trailer. I'm going to pull a couple of scenes up from it that I thought were really awesome, as well as kind of talk over like what exactly is Suicide Squad, what should you be expecting, and should you be worried that it is a live service game? This is really coming from the perspective of somebody who loved Avengers, so for all my Avengers folks who were left out in the cold when that game died, and for people who were really big fans of Rocksteady and of Batman and what they did with that. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into this. As always, I'm Hitman BK. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really looking forward to making some more videos following this content and maybe, you know, a couple other things. I'm always a little crazy. I'm a dad. In case anybody forgot, in the couple of weeks I've been off, I know we just made a video recently, and I'm a full-time employee and I own my own business. I do all sorts of fun stuff, and I do YouTube for fun, and I have a Discord, Filthy Casuals. I'd love to have you in it. By all means, you should come and join, and if you like what you see here, talk to me. Drop some stuff in the comments. I always talk back. I'll make videos about your stuff, honestly, if I want to. And yeah, and subscribe because it helps me out and helps the algorithm, you know, damn YouTube algorithm. All right, y'all, let's get right into this though. We'll play a little intro. We'll see if we get flagged for it. Last time it flagged me for this music. But anyways, let's get it. Okay. Oh, it didn't transition. Oh well. This is off the Warner Brothers YouTube. So yeah, like, oh my god, I love that. The way they did Brainiac's ship, I think, is just like so cool. Honestly, I think it's incredible. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Let's pull up a big old photo right quick, okay? Boom, right there. What is this? What is this game? What are we looking at? What is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? Okay, this is a game made by Rocksteady. Rocksteady Studios, okay? So anybody who doesn't know who Rocksteady Studios is, they definitely made a mark making the Batman series. They made Arkham Origins, they made Arkham City, and they made Arkham Asylum. Don't get that confused with Batman Origins. That was actually a subset of Rocksteady. That was actually WB Montreal, I believe is the name of the company that made that Batman version. We are talking about these fine folks at Rocksteady's. That is who made Suicide Squad. So what can we expect out of Suicide Squad? Well, Suicide Squad actually is a continuation of the Arkhamverse. That it is a direct continuation of post what happened in Arkham Knight. For anyone who didn't play that, spoiler alert, there's a lot of stuff that happens with Batman and the Joker. Batman essentially fakes his own death at the end of that, and this game is continuing on from that. Like what happened, I think they have from things I've seen in leaks and stuff, they've got some information in the game explaining what happened with Batman after Arkham Knight, how he met up with Superman, you know, just a little bit of fill in the gap stuff. But the actual world in which we are residing in for Suicide Squad is a direct continuation of Rocksteady's previous games, which is really, really, really cool to see, actually. So yeah, these are the games that they made: Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, Arkham VR. Arkham VR was actually really fun, and now Suicide Squad. This is going to be it will have a narrative. It is going to be a narrative-based game in which we do play as the Suicide Squad on the hunt to kill the Justice League, who have been taken over by Brainiac. And that's that cool looking ship we see right here. This is actually Brainiac's ship. This is from the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League trailer from the Game Awards last night. And yeah, and the story's going to be like figuring out, obviously, as a ragtag bunch of group between Harley Quinn and King Shark and company on how do we kill the Justice League? How do we probably get these bombs out of our heads that Amanda Waller is going to put in there, you know, and what have you. How the game is going to work as a live service, because I know that's what you're all waiting on. Like, this isn't, well, wait, Hitman, isn't this a live service game though, and Batman wasn't? Yes. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is being built as a live service game. However, they announced after this Game Awards trailer last night that there will be, in 2024, they will be releasing an offline only campaign mode. So there will be a way to play Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League from start to finish as campaign offline, and you will not have to be online, which is really, really, really cool and great to see. But as the game was developed, it is a live service game. What does that mean? Live service games mean usually that there's some sort of hunt, there's some sort of chase. Usually that's a loot chase. There will be a battle pass. They will ask for your money. There will be microtransactions. I don't think there's going to be anything really wild in this. I would expect microtransactions to hit on all sorts of outfits. We've kind of seen that already with pre-ordering, right? You pre-order, you get the classic outfits. You can pre-order for the PlayStation. You get like certain outfits. There's some exclusives to PlayStation tied to this game. So I fully believe the Battle Pass will roll out all sorts of fun cosmetics for people to get. And that's a good play in my mind, honestly. I mean, if you're going to make a DC game, it works for cosmetics. There's a plethora of stuff that can be really cool that I think people, if priced right, will totally pay for. And then on top of a battle pass, there is a gear system. And from what we've seen so far, you're going to have weapons, 2 weapons. You're going to have a shield, grenades. It's probably some sort of traversal thing going on. And a melee. We don't know much else outside of that, but all of those will roll gear and rarities, right? So this is a live service, so you will have rarities. Usually in live service games, when you come to the close of the campaign, you end up in a space that's like called endgame, right? The endgame chase is usually like acquiring gear, acquiring some sort of number or level to do something else. I don't know what the to do something else thing is. That's probably my only concern right now with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Rocksteady is an incredible studio, and I think the storytelling here will be top notch. I have no doubt the campaign will be killer. What I don't know is what this looks like post-campaign. Are there going to be dungeons? Will there be like some sort of what we call raids? Is there going to be a reason to get with your 4 buds? What will be the reason to farm the gear, hit level a character, right? Min-max roll, be the best you can be, but why? And a big thing, if anyone remembers with Avengers, they didn't get the gear right in Avengers, but they did not get in-game right. There was really no reason to play the game post-campaign. There wasn't a raid until after a year. There was a never-ending sort of mode in an elevator that was kind of like that really felt like nothing. That was Avengers like True Knife was. It just never hit the ground running on why we should even be gearing, and what are we gearing for, and what does gear look like. It didn't really hit any of those marks. For Suicide Squad, some things I can say. Gearing looks like it actually might be really good. There are weapons in this game that we've seen that is going to come out on PlayStation, right? I think you said if you pre-ordered on PlayStation, you're going to get 3 notorious black mask weapons. And Miller, who we covered in our previous video, announced that notorious weapons are sort of like exotic weapons. They actually have game-changing modifiers attached to them, like Diablos will set enemies on fire and stuff like that. That already is a step ahead of Avengers and a great setup to hit both fan service and to hit the live service chase element of wanting to gear and find really cool guns and test those out and see how they change your character. And given the rogue gallery at which DC has, there is an endless amount of notorious weapons we could be finding that they could add into the game. I think that is a really good system. I'm looking forward to seeing how that looks. I hope they make a video showcasing this so we can all kind of like see what the chase is going to be and if that goes outside of just weapons. So I feel pretty good right now about what we could be chasing, what could be rewards for activities. What I don't know, and I really hope we get another dev note on or something before the game launches, because I think it would really help this game and a lot of people who are still crapping on it because they say live service, everybody turns their nose up and walks away. I get it. There's a lot of live service fatigue, especially coming from developer that hasn't made a live service game before. But what I want to see is why we should gear. Like, why do I want Black Adam's notorious weapons? Who am I going to take that after? Is there a pinnacle boss to hit here, and what does that look like? So I'm really hoping we can see that. So that's kind of like what live service entails, and that is what Suicide Squad is going for. We don't know what in-game looks like. We have a general idea of what these exotic-esque kind of, well, just the notorious weapons, I'm going to call them, like, to me that feels like they're going to be exotic. And we know that Rocksteady has tried and true on its campaign and always delivered. And I'm sure we will kill the Justice League, which also means for a lot of people, it might be hard to swallow that we probably will kill Batman. I think we will. I think we'll kill Superman. Doesn't mean that they don't use the multiverse in some aspect, that they could come back. That could also be the end game, is this multiverse idea and multiple Brainiacs or multiple bad guys or Lex. I mean, whatever, right? I mean, like if you add in the multiverse, clearly a game can last for forever existing in that space. So I would imagine we could see something like that. And yeah, I mean, my excitement, especially post this trailer, really went up. This trailer is incredible. It really does a good job hyping it up. I love the art style and the way things are looking in this game. The way Green Lantern is set up right here, like really utilizing our heroes and making them look evil is something refreshing in my mind, although it may not sit well with everybody. This is a great scene. It looks like Brainiac, who's just off screen here, is clearly doing something to King Shark. And we find out in this little segment here, using the lasso, Wonder Woman, who has not been changed, because you can tell by her eyes, is being told by the Flash, like, right, you see this like almost viral thing happening here, that they will have to kill the Justice League in order to save everybody. And then it kind of goes into this fun little bit with Harley, like beating the crap out of a bad guy here. And even the animations look cool. It's clear too, we're going to get all sorts of different ways to melee, because this is clearly some sort of finisher that I'm going to guess changes. Looks like she shoves a grenade down his throat. Same thing with King Shark here, shoving his sword down this thing's head and then taking it out, as well as Deadshot doing like and then there's like, this is just fun stuff. But I think these all feel like different than other things I've seen in the trailer. So I wager maybe different melee weapons will have different finishers, so that again, that could be something to chase, because that's what it's all about. Live service games are all about the chase once you get past the story, right? Another scene I wanted to show off that I thought was really cool is this. So this is clearly a boss fight with Green Lantern that's happening right here, and you've got the whole squad coming together to do this, kind of what it looks like from these different elements and perspectives of each enemy and the way they traverse. Traversal is going to be a very big thing in this game, and I think that's actually good. It looks like it's pretty deep, and from what people have said from the alpha, it actually feels really good. So these are all pluses. Like there's a real reason to be hyped about this game. Even if we don't know what in game looks like, right? Because even if we get like a 40-hour solid campaign, like that's a win. And hopefully they will nail the in game. This is the scene I thought was cool. So clearly, right now, Green Lantern is all yellow, right? So it feels like they're obviously using something to put fear on him. And then Deadshot is like facing his feet towards him, and it looks like this could be either a finisher or some sort of grenade mod, or even an ability mod, because it looks like it's coming out of his hands and he shoots like these rockets, and then they all explode on Green Lantern and like really screw him up. Or that could just be a cutscene, but like that is cool, which could easily again play into the gear system here and how it changes your characters. They also show off some of Flash's boss fight here, which is really cool, and the way he like obviously creates tornadoes. And again, we see all of this movement from the different characters and how they play. Boomerang looks insane with this throwing of his boomerang and then like flying to it. Again, there's another finisher move, it looks like, by King Shark, where he's just picking somebody up and like body slamming them, right? So clearly there is a wealth of stuff there. And then there was one last scene I thought was actually pretty cool at the end here. I don't know if a lot of people noticed, but that is clearly Batman maybe using fear toxins, but that's not the scene I'm talking about. You've got Flash in what looks like a sequence where he's probably beating the crap out of the Suicide Squad and just running around them. And then Superman here getting ready to take off, and then he takes off and meets Wonder Woman right there. And then they clash, and it's just Justice is Coming pops up, and you get this cool little four-way sequence with our squad. So yeah, I thought the trailer actually was really good. It's probably one of the better trailers I've seen for Suicide Squad. I don't think this game deserves hate yet. Rocksteady is a very good studio. I understand what live service means and people's reaction to it. But again, if we look at what this is doing, I think they're going to nail the story. If people can swallow that, you probably will see some of your heroes do things you don't want them to do. But I mean, I'm all for that. It looks as if from the notorious weapons and some of the leaks that we got from Miller, that we could actually have a pretty sizable and well thought out gear system set in place, which is a big one for surviving live service. And really the only chip that's left is, what are we doing? Why are we farming? What are we farming for? And are there dungeons? Are there going to be instances? I don't think the game can survive as just an open world that you traverse and take things on. I'm hoping there are some sort of, like if you play Destiny, like strikes, and then some in-game thing. Hopefully Brainiac or something like that is there is actually a high level, a Lilith, but not Lilith, because we all know that is absolutely a horrible final boss fight for Diablo. But if we think about like a Duriel, like hopefully there's something. I know I'm saying games that have absolutely don't even play like this, but those are also live service games, and that's how they work, right? We need people who are here for the live service and want to play this game from January 30th, if you get the deluxe edition, all the way until 10 years from now. Just need to know, like, what carrot are we chasing, and then what do we do with it when we get it? And it seems like we kind of have a good idea of what the carrot is, and then here's hoping that what we do with what we get it is really cool. I'm Again, there will be a Game Pass tied to this. I am sure there will be seasons. There will be DLC characters coming as well. It's rumored that those DLC characters, some of them could be free. I believe Deathstroke's already been shown off by Miller, by a leak, and Killer Croc. So that's really cool. I mean, the pieces, y'all, are honestly in place for what could be a very fun live service DC game made by a very respectable studio. So yeah, keep it locked here on my channel. I'll continue to update you on anything I see from Miller, if they release anything between now and launch. And I think I'll live stream as well when this game comes out. I am getting excited for it. I am a huge DC fan, so I can't wait to get hands on with this. Hopefully they'll even maybe do an open beta. I feel like they should, honestly, given the response to the alpha. So yeah. Until next time, I'm Hitman BK. Keep it locked. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Later, y'all.